by the way, I just have to look over here. In our comment stream, as you know, there's a comment stream that goes live, and we have somebody here named Kajil Magni Angelson who says, who can say who is innocent and guilty, and who tells what is a crime and what is not? So, Kajil, let me answer this question for you, because you seem to be suffering from some sort of cognitive disability. Murder is a crime. For me to take out a gun and to walk up to you and blow your brains out against the wall of your kid's bedroom in the presence of your family is not good. It's not allowed. It's wrong, and it's a crime. There's not a society on the earth that condones it. It's not a question of opinion. It's not about whether we like pepperoni pizza over cheese. It's not like we can go all around the world and find some societies that think this is a swell idea. It is without question a universal, abhorrently god-awful evil sin, and it is uniformly conducted and convinced and sold as a crime because it is one. So who can say what is a crime and what is not? I can, and so can every single functioning human being on the face of the earth who is not educated so far beyond their ability to comprehend the obvious that they cannot see the light of day if it's shining in their eyes. The only person who can come into a room and say who can tell what is a crime and what is not is a person who is so far up their own butt that they are so determined to show everybody else how morally advanced they are that they cannot see that an apple falls to the ground instead of up in the sky. You do not impress me with this moral position of yours at all. It does not make me think that you're terribly advanced and terribly bright and terribly sophisticated. It makes me think that you're a goddamn idiot. It makes me think that you are functionally broken, that you can ask a question that stupid. I really think that when somebody says something like that and we're supposed to bow down before your moral superiority, I think the answer is not just to laugh. I think it's actually more serious than that. I think the answer to something like that is to look at this person the same way you might look at a 4-year-old child who comes down into the middle of their parents' cocktail party and pees on the living room floor. There's something fundamentally wrong. There's something really dreadfully wrong with you if you are asking that question with a straight face. And so to answer the second part of your question, who can say who is innocent and who is guilty? I'll tell you who can say who is innocent and guilty. It is a jury of your peers. Why do we pick a jury of our peers, Keel? Why do you think that is? Well, because if it's a jury of your peers, we have a group of people who come from your cultural set, your economic set, your background, your culture, your everything. It's not a magistrate, it's not a lord, it's not a king, it's not an aristocrat who has certain privileges that you don't have. It is 12 people you don't know who you've never met before who come from the exact same society as you do. And if the 12 of them together can come to a conclusion that this is the wrong thing to do, then guess what? It's the wrong thing to do. It's the wrong thing to do. And I am so really heartily sick to death of people like you who actually seem to think that this makes you into a better person. You're not. You're wrong. You're broken. You're broken. You're the kind of person who literally cannot see things like you're the kind of person who puts their hand into a fire and looks down and says, "My God, what's happening? My skin is turning brown. And look how advanced I am." You're an idiot, man. You're not a moral. You're not a magnet. You're a cretin. There's something wrong with you. There's something really just fundamentally, seriously wrong with you, dude. That you can come into a room full of adults. I don't know what kind of people you associate with in the past, but I'd be willing to bet you that any single one of them would be somewhat upset were you to slit their throats in the middle of one of your deep pot-ridden frickin' parties about how morally advanced we all are. Go around and start slitting some throats next time in the room full of your advanced liberal people and find out how many of those people think there is such a thing as a crime, and then find out how many of them happen to have an opinion on whether or not you're innocent or guilty, you moron. Good God in heaven, some people are so bloody stupid. Honestly, dude, we just don't buy it here. You are an absolute idiot. You're an idiot. And the reason, let's just close this little rant up by cutting right to the chase here, pal. Let's just cut right to the chase. The reason that you make statements like that is because you are so fundamentally insecure about your intelligence and your moral abilities. You are so fundamentally desperate to prove to everybody around you how smart you are that you can make a statement that's stupid. Honest to God, I would say seek therapy, but you know what? Don't. We need people like you. We need people like you out there saying that there should be equal rights for vegetables, so that I know what the boundaries of sane thought are. Because as long as there are people like you out there, then I know I'm on the right team.